Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to show you how to play, it's really one game, but there's 4 different variations in our book. So that's M6, M7, 8, and 9. So you play these 4 games the same way, you just have different target amounts that you're playing with. So like this is 16 cents, make 16 cents. And then you have 27, 51, 75. I'm actually going to just start with make 16 cents. And in your deck, so make 16 uses only dimes, nickels, and pennies. So as you're playing, if you come across any quarters or half dollars, you can just set them aside, or you can go through and take them out before you start. Make 27 cents, that uses no half dollars, so you take those out or lay them aside. 51 cent and make 75 cents. Both of these will use all the cards. So I'm going to start with make 16 cents. And if I come across any quarters or half dollars, I'm just going to put them aside for right now. And before I start these games, no matter what the amount, I like to start with the amount on the abacus. So this is 16. And I like to talk about what types of coins you would use for this amount. So one way is to make, so we know that the dimes are 10, so that's one row. So we have one dime here. And then what would this be? Well, we know 5 beads will make a nickel. A nickel is 5 beads. And then pennies are just 1 bead. So this is a dime, a nickel, and a penny. But what are some other ways? Well, you could separate these into nickels. So we have 3 nickels and a penny. You could say, well, this is a dime and 6 pennies, and just talk through it like that. And then I like to leave the abacus as it is, 16 cents, so they can see it through the game. Some kids don't have any trouble with money, so if your child doesn't need that, that's fine. But to get started, you need 2 to 4 players, and you need your deck of coin cards. And each player, you start off by getting 2 cards, okay? And quarter, I'm going to move aside. Okay, so I have 2 pennies. This player is going to get a dime and a penny, and you're not supposed to see the other person's cards. I'm just going to put them out. And then let's say this player gets a penny and a dime. Okay, so player 1, whoever that is, starts the game, and what you're doing is you're building rows that equal whatever amount you're making. So we're making 16, and we're trying to make a row of cards that equals 16. And if you finish the row, you get to keep all the cards on that row. Now, the row cannot go over. And if you have a card that will either finish or add to a row, you have to lay it on that row before starting a new row. And I'll show you what that means in a minute. So let's say I'm player 1. I'm just going to start with this penny as our first row, okay? And then once you lay down a card, always get one from the deck. You always have 2 cards going, okay? The next player has a dime and a penny. So in this case, we wouldn't start a new row. This person can add to this row to make 11, okay? So if you didn't have a coin, well, let's just keep going. I don't want to confuse you. Okay, so this next player has a dime and a penny. So if they take their dime and put it here, that goes over 16 cents. This would be 21 cents, okay? They can lay this one down to make 11 cents, okay? Let's keep going. My penny can go here. That's 13 cents. You can see we're creating a very nice row here. Okay, get another card, put the quarter aside. Okay, this next player, 2 pennies, so they can lay it down here. All right, this player, okay, now this player cannot put a dime on this row because it'll go over 16 cents. So this player will start a new row, okay. Going back to me, I have a penny, and I don't have a lot of room over here with my stand, but that makes 15 cents. So we're getting close to ending this one. So you could only put a penny down here if it's your turn. All right, so this player has a nickel and a penny. So since this player can end this row, they have to put it down. So that means that this player, because they finished it, they get to keep all of these cards, in their winner's deck, okay? And then you keep going. This player has a dime and a nickel, so they can actually lay it down here to make 15 cents. And then this is a classic make 16 row, a dime, a nickel, and a penny. They'll pick up on that really fast, so I get to keep those 3. Okay, that is basically the game. I hope that made sense. You go until there's no more cards in the deck, and whoever has the most cards is the winner, and you play like that with all of the games. You play it with make 27, make 51, make 75. Was it 75? I forget. Yeah, 75. And if your child is struggling more with, you know, 16 or 27, I wouldn't recommend going to 51 or 75. You can try it out. I mean, they're pretty quick games that, but the goal is to, you know, meet that target and win the rows. Okay, I think that's it. Let me know if you have any questions.